Even though I'm still in my 30s, it's already 30 years that I'm working the construction sites. I start from the bottom, and it's a different way of looking at the topic of architecture from different perspectives. Working together with the craftsmanships in the everyday, it's something really important. Also, like working with the entire team. I'm Mino Caggiula, founder of Mino Caggiula Architects, and this is the Architect Series. I started studying in Switzerland in the different schools, and then the Academy of Mendrisio, and my love brings me to the United States, and I had a great chance to study with Kenneth Frampton at Columbia University and working with Stephen Hall Architects, with whom I work still today. I learned from Kenneth to be a bit critical before to do something. With Stephen, working with the word of the hearts, and with Elia Zengelis in understanding that the city is something really important to work with. And these different experiences allow me to understand that was important also from my side to think the way that will be the best possible to create my own architecture for the well-being of people and the location in which we are doing our architectures. And that's why I create my own protocol. There is an open protocol, and the name is called Open Being, or Being Open. It's made of 3 points plus 1. The first 2 points are the research that we do every day in my studio, with the fact of really understand the necessity of the people first. And the first point is Genesis. It's not only the starting of the project, but it's also the way of looking the necessity of the people, starting from really simple things. The second point is the place. The place has tangible and intangible meanings. The tangible are really simple and they have to be studied, defined by the morphology, the geometry, the movement of the sun of the site. And the intangible are like the geopolitics, the religions of a place, the economic of a place, all these intangible meanings that together with the necessity of the people makes something that is really important to understand before to start doing every kind of design. The third point is the one that drives me the most and moves me the most. That is the concept, are the ideas that come from not only by me, but also my team. In Mino Caggiula Architects, everybody has the chance, and I involve them to create together, not only with me, but also with the clients, sometimes also with the authorities. So these ideas arrive from the word of art sometimes, and from metaphors that transform the necessities of the people and the location into an idea that then we translate to real architecture, a real construction. With the final goal, that is a +1, that it's the well-being for people and the well-being for the places in which we transform our ideas in real architecture. Water has always been my element, not only because I'm a water sign, but also because I was born in a small town in the south of Italy, next to Gallipoli. After these moments, my parents came in Switzerland, so the water always helped me and allowed me to really think also my architecture through natural elements and working with this reflection and refraction that the water has. And actually also is following me also in my present and future, because now we open an office in one of the most important urbanized island in the world, that is Manhattan, surrounded by the Hudson River and really few kilometers from the Atlantic Ocean. One of the aim of the Nizza Partners Residence development was not only to try the best way possible to introduce inside this really natural environment a huge volumetry in a smart way, following the curve line of the site without being scared to become architecture, but at the same time using typology of material that allow us to merge as best as possible with the chromatic environment.
Is a volume composed by several horizontal levels that are like a choreography inside the landscape. This architecture is the symbol of the fusion between nature and architecture. This idea is emphasized by the first two levels that you see when you arrive, because they became a green wall that follow you to entrance.
With a double light space that create a path inside the project in the belly of the architecture that follows the movement of the light and brings the people coming inside through this light path and entering inside a space with a pond of water at the end of the path. This allows the shining of the water to enter the space and change completely the perception of the space through the different time of the day.
The light is the matter we used to paint our architecture.
And the idea is really also to create the circle of skylight inside the water to take the refraction of the water entering a spa that is a cantilever on the wood, and creating this scenography of the spa with this cantilever pool that is an infinity pool that engage with the change of the color of the leaves on the trees in the autumn, and especially with the snow in the winter, creating this relationship between the human scale and the landscape. Another important project that is a synthesis of our way of thinking is the Atelier Trepp. We not only work with the architecture, but also with the landscape design. There is this marriage of the two parties that put the person in the middle of the concept in which we create a cenote. The artist can really fuse together with the architecture because she can lie down in this round pond of water, and she can try her position in opening the arms, looking up to the sky, the clouds movement, the bird twittering, the perfume of the jasmine moved by the wind. We didn't use even the air conditioning in this house thanks to this chimney effect. What we did is really creating a space for meditation and contemplation in the everyday, in which we enter also the fourth dimension, that is time. Before, during, and after the creation of her own art, creating a sublime space in the everyday. Artists work on their subjects, and architects make the people live inside what we create. And this is an example of the Blade residence that allowed my mind through an experience passing through the sculptures of a great master of landscape design and land art, that is Richard Serra.
Originally, the Blade project has a difficult ground, a difficult plot. The concept is a scar made by a hand on the ground, in which every finger creates a double line, and every line creates a wall. And this wall are the separation between every apartment. This is the Blade, a scar on the ground.
And passing through the Richard Serra sculpture, you can really feel how the space are important between the blades that curve and make you feel in a strange way, sometimes passing through the light, the changing of the space. And this is really important when we start thinking on architecture, because it's not only working together with the site, but also working together with the human scale.
We always try to find an inspiration by art and by the context.
And we did something really simple. We did big blades made of corten that jump prospectively the presence of a wood for engaging the view on the lake for the interior and the exterior part of the project. And so these different approaches to the world of the arts allow us to really create different projects in which we play with all this simple way of thinking and this simple material that come from nature. There is this really interesting way of saying that we are young, but with a lot of experiences we got through design and building that we built in Switzerland. And thanks to my team, we opened also an office in Italy, in Milan. Milan is one of the most important cities, I guess, in the world, be engaged to the way of creativity. And this way of translating and using different way of working and thinking allow us to engage new fields in which to grow. Thanks to all my experiences together with the world of the arts, I have to say there is one that I love the most. There is the culinary art. One of the examples that is connected to the world of the food and the culinary art is a project that starts from a relationship that I had with a great master that is Heinz Beck, and is a 3-star Michelin chef that allowed me to share a part of his time creating a dish together with him. And this idea started from the Agora. There is not only a place, but it's also a space for conviviality. And there is this joy of sharing this concept and the idea with this dish that is not only food, but it's also architecture, and it's also space. And this allowed me to create a project that is in Udine, in Italy, where we introduced the concept of the edible gardens.
This is a new residential district that is going to be built on Via Cotonificio in Udine, between the university and the hospital. The master plan places building along the perimeter of the site, creating a courtyard park open to the south to make the most of sunlight in every season. At the heart of the project is the edible park, a space designed to promote education on healthy and sustainable food. We will plant several types of edible greenery, such as sage, rosemary and mint. With low maintenance and natural water supply, these plants invite daily gestures that connect human beings with nature.
This green, it's the starting point of the project, is the concept of the shape and the structure of a leaf, with the ramification that a leaf has in his own body, in which carries the lifeblood.
The spacious terraces, shaped with organic forms, bring together architecture and landscaping. They also let residents enjoy outdoor spaces in every season, especially in summer when the sun is higher. They provide effective shading, offering comfort and well-being.
The idea comes from primary and secondary parcours that creates different shapes of different gardens that are edible gardens in which the people can pass through and engage simple gesture in the everyday that can allow them to enter the house with a piece of nature, and they can use this for cooking the dishes in everyday living together with their families.
This conscious design choice reduce environmental impact and soil consumption, creating well-being for the resident and ensuring high return on investment for clients.
The world of the food and the culinary art, it's something that they really engage it every day, actually, at least 3 times. We are really lucky that we can engage this joy of a moment that you can share not only with the family, but actually also with the team. And we love to stay together with the Mino Caggiula Architects team in enjoying a dish in a round table in which we share ideas. I used to do it also with my family when I take my time in cooking with our 3 daughters, my fantastic girlfriend, in which there is really this conception of the food that is something that you can use as your medicine and not the medicine as your food.
The power of AI surrounds us, and we think that opens extraordinary opportunities. As human beings, we can only decide to embrace the benefits of this era ethically, keeping people at the center. For example, Mino Caggiula Architects uses generative software to explore hundreds of ideas in an ocean of variables, distilling them into the single drop that shapes each project. Quindi noi in modo molto veloce possiamo anche decidere di chiedere all'intelligenza artificiale di farci vedere come apparirebbe questo progetto se decidessimo di vedere delle alternative di materiale di facciata.
Esatto, può essere anche per una questione di se vogliamo aggiungere del verde in determinate parti o comunque delle texture e molto facilmente cambiando solamente dei prompt possiamo andare a modificare le immagini.
Our experimental laboratory plays with these powerful tools, guiding them always with care to serve human minds. We generate virtual volumes and spaces that we materialize through a logical selection process. Then we transform our selections into physical models, drawings, and constructions with a keen sensitivity to the well-being of both places and people.
At Mino Caggiula Architects, we are implementing different ways of working together with the world of the software that today are coming in different ways, working together with the AI. It's a great responsibility from one end to keeping always the ethic and the human mind at the center, but at the same time, these superpowers that arrive from these special softwares allow us to have different perspectives and different ideas through not only the creation of shapes, volumetry, but also images that allow us to implement our way of thinking architecture. And this example is used for our project that we are designing in Lugano, in the quarter of Loreto.
For the Hotel Delfino, we use generative software. It has been a sort of choral work between computer intelligence and the architect's sensitivity. In the design phase, we also use the planivolumetrical models to engage not only the interweaving of the context, but also with the necessities of the client's requests.
One of the most important things of this project is the presence of a villa that has a great value.
In the design phase, we introduced an harmonic gesture generated by the presence of the existing villa that let us, on one hand, create a street-level public space to enhance the villa, and on the other hand, to create a urban and public beach at the first street level. The overall image of the new hotel is reinterpretation of the classical hotel shape, establishing a new relationship with the residential neighborhood and the surrounding landscape. We introduce also in the volumetry of the hotel a lot of activities that are meant to be open to the public to increase the social interaction. This is the first project that we have used the AI in a very complete way, using every feature of it.
And we are implementing this new way of thinking through the fact that humankind has always to be at the center within an ethical way of thinking. Places are not defined only by morphological aspects, but also facts that happen through the years that anthropized a place through the history that occur. And this is an example in which we are having a great opportunity in reborn a place that is totally abandoned, that is Capo San Martino.
The concept of Capo San Martino was born by reading the orography and the sign of the anthropization over time. The design choice becomes natural and logical, creating an architecture that links history, path, function on a new building.
A really important asset on the lake of Lugano are the costs. In Capo San Martino, we want to keep them as natural as possible, but thanks to the new function of the hotel, we are allowed to re-put new life on them and to reorganize the spaces. There is this smart subdivision, not only of the function, but also of the use of the people that can finally reuse something that was not discovered by not only the tourists, but also the people living here for decades.
The project can be divided in 3 levels. The first one, and the lower, is the level of the lake, in which we have provided a restaurant with a public park on the lakefront, facing the city of Lugano. In the same level, we have a spa open to the public with indoor and outdoor swimming pool at the water edge. On the second level, we have a subdivision. The first part, in which we have a linear park parallel to the rock side, interconnected with a new walking path that makes the entire outline of the mountain. The second part, on the rooftop of the new building, in which we have designed a new garden for the suites of the hotel with harmonious landscape and natural separation. In the last level, the level of the street, we have designed a new mechanized parking facility for cars and accessibility. And inside the volume of the existing villa, we have provided the main entrance, the reception, the lobby, the lounge bar, and also a new conference room. And we have transformed the front part of the existing villa in a new special restaurant with a panoramic view on the Lugano's lake.
There is the idea to re-put life, not only to make the people coming inside and make this place abandoned re-accessible by the people, but also through re-emerging the foundations of the lime quarry. So also to educate the people and make them understand the history of the site through not only the landscape design, but also to make the intervention fits as best as possible into a new step that will occur through the anthropized history that today needs something new with a new function that is able to make this place alive again.
Verrà integrata bene anche perché, considerando che terremo anche le piante fronte lago,
E scegliere anche un colore che sposa esattamente le varie cromie della parte montuosa e rocciosa dietro, no?
sì, anche perché anche il colore dietro la montagna è importante.
Certo, è un'altra scenografia.
Sì, è una scena al progetto la montagna.
My going back and forward from the United States through the years, having great experiences with Frampton, with Stephen Hall, that still continues today, allow me to create different collaborations. Today, we open a studio in Manhattan, in the Park District, together with Sawiki Tarella, Architecture and Design. With Joseph Tarella, we are working into a development, a project in Chicago, in one of the most interesting urban laboratory that the United States are living at the moment, that is Fulton Market District.
Nowadays, the Chicago Fulton Market District is characterized by a patchwork of different facades and different architecture. Our concept is to insert a simple volume inspired by the black monolith of A Space Odyssey, in which Stanley Kubrick has created the perfect shape as a symbol of evolution. The links between the past, the present, and the future are the flying carpets. The flying carpets is the connection in our project between the old building and the new one. We have created a space open to the public that links the amenities inside the tower with indoor and outdoor spaces that float at different levels over the rooftop of the existing building.
And this energy allows us to create a new gesture through a simple element that will engage the history of a place, remembering the great history of the modern architecture of Chicago. The idea comes from a driven concept that take advantage of another time the word of the hearts, in this case the cinema heart, and do better than the Americans. I think that it's really important to take care of ourselves, and I try to take time for us in walking next to the water and doing gym, meditation and yoga in the early moment of the morning. And I think that these elements really simply allow us to create architectures that really fit harmoniously in a simple way. And I think that going back to the future in creating synergies between the needs that we have in the years where we were animals and today through the biophilia, and these energies for sure allow people to stay better, not only for these days, but especially for the future generations. All the challenges we achieve in 15 years of hard working is because the only way to get extraordinary achievements is to don't act and think in an ordinary way. And this is really important in our way of thinking in Mino Caggiula Architects, because the love of the planet and the people, it's our future destination.